Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to another episode of NBA Talk. It's been a while since I made a NBA Talk video. Basically, if you're new to this, it's just basically we're just talking about everything in the NBA world, what's going on, news, stories. So if you like, comment down below what you want to see in other NBA Talk videos. Basically, just be talking my mind, everything that comes to my mind about NBA on certain topics. So let's get into it. So we do start on the tragic news of the death of Kobe Bryant and 8 others. On Monday, Kobe Bryant was in a helicopter with his daughter, which unfortunately crashed and it killed everyone on board. There was 9 people on board. It's massive news. It still is massive news. It's quite hard to believe that Kobe Bryant is gone, considering everything that he did for the NBA and everything that he was starting to do for women in basketball, kids in basketball. It still doesn't feel like he actually is gone. I was watching a few interviews with the NBA TNT, inside the NBA TNT commentators, Shaq, Kenny, Ernie, Charles, and it's really horrible to see how they reacted. And I think this is going to affect a lot of people for a long time. It's affected everyone in the NBA. I've seen numerous amounts of posts for Kobe Bryant. It's very sad. Fans gathered outside Staples on Monday to pay their respects, and it really shows just how many lives Kobe Bryant did touch and what he really meant to the game. I don't think people understand what Kobe Bryant actually meant to. Well, he meant a lot to everyone, and I thought that in today's start of this episode, would just talk and dedicate this episode to Kobe Bryant. I've seen on YouTube, people have been talking about the Kobe Bryant challenge, 2K challenge, where you basically recreate an iconic moment for Kobe Bryant in his career on 2K. So I will be doing that in the next couple of days. So comment down below what moment you guys want to see recreated for Kobe Bryant. Very tragic day. NBA players have started to informally retire the number 8 and number 24. Spencer Dinwiddie, Mo Harkless. There is other players as well that have done it. Quinn Cook, changing their numbers from 8 and 24 to retire it out of respect for Kobe Bryant. I was expecting the All-Star game to do something for Kobe, and they have with the first to 24 in the last quarter, and it's very sad to see how these NBA players and basically how everyone is reacting to the news that Kobe Bryant, the passing of Kobe Bryant. So I thought I would talk about basically the death of Kobe Bryant, but I'd like to talk about more and basically celebrate the life of Kobe Bryant at the start of this video. I know there's many things that the people will say, and there's many things that people will talk about. But I thought that for my video today, NBA Talk, we'll be talking about, basically, I'll be telling you guys my 8 favorite moments for Kobe Bryant. Most of them are big moments that you guys probably will know. I thought I'd briefly just discuss what their moments meant to me and why they're my favorite. So I'm going to start at number 8. Number 8 was Kobe versus Atlanta in the 2011-2012 season, if you guys can remember. I think it was the 2012 season. It was when Dwight Howard and Steve Nash joined the Lakers. The Lakers were in a rut. They were struggling. They come up against a in-form Atlanta team in LA, and Kobe Bryant really turned back the clock. He was on a massive tear at this point. This is a few games before he ruptured his Achilles. But going back to that game, Kobe had a massive dunk in the last quarter. He sent the game to OT with a massive 3. That is probably one of my favorite Kobe moments. That was when I really started paying attention to Kobe. I knew who Kobe was, but seeing that game, watching the entirety of it, was quite remarkable. Number 7, I would like to talk about the Olympics in 2008. The Lakers were playing Spain in the final. Spain were on top of USA. Sorry, not the Lakers, USA. They weren't on top, but they were definitely pushing USA. Pau Gasol, a young Ricky Rubio, Marc Gasol. The USA needed one player to stand up. Dwayne Wade was really good in this game, but of course Kobe Bryant, he was the one who really did turn this. I remember watching this game as a young kid coming back from training. This was huge. Kobe Bryant hit some clutch threes, hit some really nice layups, hit an and one three where he turned to the crowd and basically shushed the crowd, because everyone was basically rooting against USA at this point. They had been beaten, but they hadn't been beaten in the tournament, and it really showed that Kobe Bryant was the man. He was the player who everyone relied on in that team. It had LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, but it was Kobe Bryant who finished Spain off in that game. Number 6, the Matt Barnes moment. This is pretty historic if you guys can remember. Him and Matt Barnes had some beef. It was Orlando and the Lakers. Lakers coming off, I think, just beating Orlando in the championship, and Matt Barnes got into it with Kobe, and it's a meme now. But Matt Barnes initiating to basically throw the ball at Kobe's face, and Kobe Bryant did not move. Matt Barnes has talked about this in a podcast where he basically said, after he did that, he was like, well, what is going on here? And Kobe ended up, I think, dropping 30 that night on Matt Barnes. It just really showed that nothing did face Kobe. And if he was getting in on a battle, he was really going to stick it to you if you really did get on his bad side. Number 5, this is one of the moments I can really remember, was the New Orleans Hornets series when it was the Hornets versus the Lakers. I think Chris Paul was a young Chris Paul. He was leading this young New Orleans Hornets team. Kobe Bryant, this dunk was huge. Basically dunked on Carl Landry, dunked on the entire New Orleans Hornets front court. Some of them, there are so many dunks, but this dunk just stands out because I was watching this series, and that's basically what I can remember. I'd love to know what you guys think and what are your favorite Kobe moments. Number 4, Kobe taking on the Celtics. The Celtics beat the Lakers. Previously in the finals, the Lakers ended up getting back to the finals 2 years later. They did win the year before against Orlando. Then they got back to the playoffs where Kobe come up against the Celtics again. It went 7 games and Kobe was the finals MVP. If you watch them highlights, Kobe Bryant willed them Lakers to that championship. And he talked about how losing to the Celtics 2 years prior was one of the worst feelings and one of the worst moments of his career. They went back to back. Kobe got his 5th ring, and I think that was his most important ring when it was all said and done. Number 3, I wasn't really that much. Well, I was too young for this to be around for this moment, but when Kobe Bryant basically took over against the Pacers, I've heard a lot about this. Shaquille O'Neal talks about it. Rick Fox talks about it. Shaquille O'Neal fouled out against the Indiana Pacers, and it was basically down to Kobe Bryant. Basically said in the huddle, "Don't worry, I've got this. I'll get us over the line." Reggie Miller basically was celebrating. He thought that the Pacers, it was a game they could win, and then basically Kobe Bryant just took over and got the job done. I wish I could have seen Kobe at his peak of his powers. I mean, I did get to see his part of his career before he ruptured his Achilles, but to see moments like that would have been unreal. Number 2 was Kobe, 81 points on the Raptors. Like I said, bit too young to see this, but I've heard numerous amounts of stories of this. I've seen a lot of highlights. 81 points on Jalen Rose's head. The Raptors had no answer for Kobe in this night. He broke records. I think he's like the 4th highest scoring ever, or the 3rd highest scoring over. 81 points for Kobe. That would have been crazy to watch live. And of course, number 1, you can't go past this. 60 points in his final game, Kobe Bryant against the Utah Jazz. A few weeks ago, I did do a video just recreating that, basically talking about that. So I'm not going to go too much into depth on that, but Kobe Bryant, 60 points in his final game. What a way to go out. Shaquille O'Neal said to him, get 50, and Kobe got 60. It just showed the competitiveness of Kobe Bryant. Even on his last game, he wanted to go out with a bang, and he wanted to, and they also got the win, and he was happy with the win. And his famous quote at the end of the game, Mamba out. They're just some of my favorite Kobe moments. There are many, many more moments. I'd love to know what's some of your favorite moments through Kobe Bryant. It's very sad to think that Kobe Bryant is gone. He's left us. It definitely does feel weird. It doesn't feel right. It basically feels like you've lost someone who you don't know, but who did so much for the game. So before I close this video, the West and East All-Stars were announced today, and they are on the screen right now. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Do you think that someone was snubbed? I personally believe that Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Derrick Rose, Zach LaVine, all players who could have made that team. I don't really know if Westbrook should be on the team. I just don't think that Westbrook. I feel like Devin Booker deserved the spot. He's averaging 27 points. Him and Bradley Beal, the only players in NBA history to average over 26 points and miss the All-Star game. Bradley Beal come out today and said he felt a little bit disrespected. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, basically just talking my mind. It was good to talk about Kobe, kind of celebrate some of my favorite moments, which Kobe did. Like I said, I'll be creating the Kobe 2K challenge and also talk about some of the West and East All-Stars. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Devin Booker, Derrick Rose, Bradley Beal, DeMar DeRozan, Kyrie Irving, do you think these players were snubbed? Who do you think should have been on the roster? Who do you think maybe should have been left off the roster? Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to check out all my other videos and all the other NBA talk videos, my prediction videos and all that. And I'll see you in the next video.